G.I. Joe fans, Joe Motion Videos 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review, and I am sorry that I am behind on these. It's been a busy week at work. Just a nutso week. It has been. My days off have been tied up with things to do around the house. But anyway, enough of my pathetic excuses. We're going to be looking at something pretty special today. We're going to be looking at Darklon version 1 and his Evader, which was released in 1989. The original retail price on this was a whopping $4.49, which was approximately an hour's worth of work. Yeah, around that time, minimum wage was $4.25, I think. Maybe. No. Was it? Yeah, I guess. So, little over an hour's worth of work to pay for this pretty awesome, or as Rob from my side of the laundry room would put it, rad ride, one of his segments to his show, where he does a segment on cool vehicles of the 80s. This would be a rad ride. Definitely a rad ride for Darklon. There were only 3 versions of Darklon that came out. Only one in the vintage line, and there were 2 that came out later on in, I think, 2011 and 12. And that was it. Darklon got whacked out. Yeah, they schwacked him pretty good. I think that was in the Cobra Civil War. He is a distant cousin to Destro. He is part of the Destro family. Destro schwacked him good. I think he dropped a mountain on him and the rest of the traders of in the Cobra Civil War. But what do you expect from a bunch of pirates and privateers and arms dealers? So for Destro to do that, Darklon must not have had a lot of honor to him. I didn't read into the Cobra Civil War very much. I didn't get very far into the comic books. I just read a few of them. So I didn't know how the Cobra Civil War began or ended. I knew how it began. Somebody got mad at the other and the factions split off. So that's how it always happens, right? Power struggle, factions split, and there's a civil war. So there's Destro's side, Cobra Commander's side. Iron Grenadiers were formed, rose up against Cobra. So we got one of the coolest sub-teams out of it, the Iron Grenadiers, which are still going strong today. So yes, this vehicle and action figure, $4.49, and there is a lot to be said about this vehicle, a lot to look at. Pseudo missile platform / motorcycle type vehicle. Definitely a Destro vehicle, very futuristic looking. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I did not have this one as a child. So before we get into that, let's just go ahead and talk about that. I did not have this one as a child. I don't even recall seeing it on the shelves. I didn't know about this one until my adult years. And when I found out about it, I was like, oh, heck yeah, we're buying this one. And it went into my collection pretty quick to help complete my my Iron Grenadier army, which I still haven't completed yet. There's still some larger vehicles that I may or may not add to the collection, depending on the cost. Seeing that the prices are dropping on them, I might just, maybe. Who knows? All goes by feel with good old Byron. Yes, my moods change with the weather. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this action figure and vehicle. Very cool. I enjoy having this in my collection. I had this on display for a very long time, and I would take it down and play with it. Replace the O-ring on him twice. Actually, the weather out here in the American Southwest is very, very dry, and O-rings do not last out here, so the O-rings rot pretty quick. So let's go ahead. Before I kneel down on my computer mouse, let's go ahead and take a look at this action figure. Are we rolling? There we are. We are rolling now. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Very, very cool action figure and vehicle. Let's go ahead and take a look at the action figure first before we get into the star of the show, the vehicle. Let's take a look at this weird looking gun. This looks like it's gas driven. It has this gas cylinder down here at the bottom with a pressure line that goes all the way up to the top. It has a scope on it and this multi-barrel on there. It leaves it to your imagination. This looks something like a dreadnought weapon in a way. The camera does not want to focus. Is this a gas-driven machine gun, or is this a poison dart gun? Whatever you want it to be. Is it a paintball gun? That's what this reminds me of, a huge paintball gun. Darklon is a paintball guy. He has the mask for it. He has the zany looking outfit. It was the 90s, man. Paintball was coming into its infancy. So yes, that's probably where they got that idea from. Remember seeing the paintball tournaments on TV? So looking at Darklon here, he does have this gator green top, mesh, kind of a mesh outfit, mesh shirt done up in a camo pattern. Very muscular guy. Kind of a Zartan type armor here. Gladiator style armor going around his chest. Not really sure how it articulates or hooks onto his chest unless it clamps onto the shirt itself. Then he has this Darth Vader type mask. Since he is a Destro, they are supposed to be wearing a mask. So he is wearing a mask to stay with tradition. It's a dark metal mask. He does have red eyes underneath there. He has a voice modulator down here at the bottom, and the mask does strap onto his head. He has a wrist gauntlet on his left wrist and a standard glove on his right hand. Doing a Michael Jackson there with the single glove, and then he's wearing these gnarly red tiger stripe pants. He has sort of futuristic machinery type action going on his legs here. Some pouches, tiny grenades strapped around this brown boot. Like Destro had one boot that was turned down. He has one boot that's turned down, and the other boot that's up. He has a trench knife on this boot. Looks like a World War I trench knife with the knuckle duster D guard on it. The caramel colored thigh-high boots. Quite interesting color pattern on this guy. Yeah. The color choice for this is interesting. I could see why Destro dropped a mountain on him. I think it was just on principle alone for his choice of clothing. It's like, cousin, just get out of my face with that noise. And literally, that is a loud outfit. So the Evader right here, it has twin guns here on the front. These guns can detach. They are on this mushroom peg. If I could pop one off. And they can be carried by an action figure. So they serve a dual purpose as weapons on the vehicle itself, and also to be taken off and used in battle. And he has this rotating missile platform on the top of his vehicle, on top of the Evader. Comes with 2 identical missiles, which are dumbbell pegged right onto the top of the vehicle. And these do rotate 360 degrees. They do not elevate at all, but it is a nice play feature. You see the chassis of the vehicle itself. It is a bit dusty. I do apologize for that. Is done in gold, which is perfect for Destro's colors. And the top part is in black. This does lift up for Darklon to fit right on the inside. And he just sits right down into the couch. Right behind his head is the engine. That's got to be louder than all expectations. My camera just does not want to work with me today as far as focusing goes. A lot of engine detail on there. And you can see that there's some very nice detail on the inside here as well. Little control panel down here where Darklon's hand will be to control it. And you can see that there's shock absorbers up here in the front. This is a 2-wheeled vehicle. So it is a pseudo motorcycle. So the lid does close and secures tightly. Both wheels are free spinning individually. They just slot right into the chassis. This wheel will pop out. It can come up missing on the aftermarket, but mostly you'll find the guns are missing and the missiles. The front wheel is a little bit harder to remove, and this is pretty tough to open because it does snap into place with this peg. right on the front. So watch for this. This could eventually snap off. So be careful with that. A little wear and tear over time. Darklon just does not want to go in there. Here on the front, viewing holes for instead of windows. But all in all, it's a very nice looking vehicle. Some bolts here on the back for added detail, some more shock absorbers on the back here, some hoses, exhaust pipes. Just a very cool looking action figure, or very cool looking vehicle in general. Of course, they didn't want to go into a lot of detail on this, you know, to save money and cost. This would have had a seat belt. You could see that it has a slot here that would have gone, the seat belt would have gone here and closed here, because they started adding seat belts to vehicles around this time. You know, buckle up for safety campaign was really heavy at that time as well. So there you have it. This is 99.9% complete. Really depends on if you are a seatbelt person, if you want to consider that 100% complete or not. Some people don't really consider the seatbelt as an essential part of the vehicle. But I consider it complete. I would have overlooked it, and I have overlooked it until this review. So there you have it. Darklon and the Vader. Great looking vehicle, great looking, somewhat great looking action figure. From the waist up, he has a great looking action figure. He could change his pants though. That the color of those pants is just atrocious. I would have had a great time with this as a kid. Any vehicle that's free rolling. I've talked about this many times. Any vehicle that was free rolling, I would have been sending that flying down the hallway and jumping on a ramp. Easy hours of fun right there. Just jumping this thing off of a ramp. So there it is. Darklon and his Vader. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review. Again, I am sorry that it came out late. I just got home from work, and I figured I would get this out to you before I turn in for the day, and get some badly needed sleep. It was a very long night, very long shift. The kind of shift that I wish that was a dream that I could just wake up from. So I'm glad it's over. A lot was accomplished. A lot of good things were done, of course, but it was just a very, very busy night. And anytime you get to help your fellow man is a good time, a good thing. But I can still hear the alarms going off in my head from ventilators and things like that, and that's never good. It's called alarm fatigue. But anyway, I needed to do this review just to get my mind off of things. So thank you guys again for tuning into this channel. I couldn't do it without you. I really couldn't. It's a pleasure doing these reviews for you guys. I've been doing it many years. This year will be my 10th year, I think, doing this. It's been fun. It really has. made a lot of friends off this channel, and reviewed a lot of toys. It's been really neat, and look forward to doing many more reviews and meeting more people. So please continue to share these videos and getting the word out to help this channel grow, to help spread the word, and help get more people interested in toy collecting, and especially the younger generation. Let's help get them excited about collecting these wonderful antique toys, and to get them passionate about getting away from their cell phones and electronic devices and getting into the plastic magic and the magic of the imagination that we had as the last of the great generations. As one of my co-workers put it, we're the last of the great generations. Oh, I don't want to go there, but yeah, I think he was speaking more out of frustration than anything. Some of these kids that I work with just don't want to work. But yeah, it was yeah, let's just get the word out about the awesomeness, the pleasure of collecting plastic, and the beauty behind toys, and just sharing the joy that brings, with our children and grandchildren. So anyway, you guys take care of yourselves. You deserve it. You really do. Do something nice for yourselves. Be kind to everyone around you. You never know what type of day someone's having. An ounce of kindness goes a very, very long way. And be kind to your animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. It's the truth. Just look at your pets. They love you no matter what. They do. And you know it. If you're a pet owner, you know that your pets love you no matter what. So anyway, you guys take care. We'll see you next week for another G.I. Joe toy review. Until then, take care.